Muscle cramps, they suck. What's going on, Secoya Nation? Dr. Schilling, bringing today's wellness wisdom and today's Wednesday wellness minutes, I guess you could call them. These are the old days. So we're talking about muscle cramps. So they can happen in your arms, in your hands, in your feet, hamstrings, calves. It can come in a bunch of different flavors. Quick shout out to Dana for inspiring us with this, but also for Jenna, who asked us about this. So thank you to both of you. One brought it in, the other one asked about it. So it worked out really well. And so today we're talking about Charlie horses, leg cramps, muscle cramps, whatever you want to call them. It's basically a muscle spasming. And we don't want to go into every detail about what body part, like the hand. Like I'll give you an example, like anybody to hold on or let go, that's the hand. That's just one example. I'm going to stop myself there because I go down a rabbit hole. But there's a reason why the muscle is cramping. It's usually minerals, it's usually lymphatic drainage, toxins getting trapped in there. Your body has to contract the muscles to move the lymph and things like that. But I had a lot of them when I was a kid. They were pretty painful. My dad has them still. He has to eat bananas in order to avoid it because there's potassium. You know, you've never heard the stories, but mineral deficiency is a pretty common issue. But you got to get the root cause of why the minerals are deficient in the first place. So, you know, when we think about these conditions, when you hear about one from somebody, just go on one of our feeds and just type it in there. Like it doesn't have to be any one of them. Just pick one and type it on the video, and then we'll get that and we'll add it to our list because we have a growing body of requests, shall we say. And so we appreciate all of you who have contributed to that, and we'll continue to contribute to that, I shall say. So let's talk about the framework as far as what the emotions are teaching us. So from the body of evidence that we consider German New Medicine and the greats that have been our forefathers and foremothers, I should say, our foreparents. And so it's like you want to escape. That's like the first thread as far as a cramp goes. Think of it as like it's a situation where you feel trapped, you feel stuck, and or feel like you're powerless. So your subconscious brain just like wants to give you like a jolt. It's like, you. Have you ever had a cramp before? It's like, God, here it goes. They suck. But you make funny faces when you do it, so that's why I felt it was important. So, but it's like I got to escape. During the day is one thing, but during the night's another thing. So it just depends on the level of stress you're under. Conflict regarding having to move. So like if you are in a situation similar to what we just talked about, but let's say you feel trapped in a relationship, you feel trapped in a job, you feel trapped in a situation that feels powerless and things like that, and your body once again wants to compel you to move. And if you don't, it's going to give you that not so subtle sign that you got to move your butt. And so oftentimes we can be wanting to stay in a situation. On the contrast, the flip side of that is we want to stay in a situation, but we against our will, we're being pushed. So it's like our muscles cramp to keep us there because our conscious brain says, I want to stay here. Subconscious has a conflict with feeling compelled by someone else to push us through, move us out of that, and things like that. Another one, like as you mentioned before, the hand. Like if you want to hold on to something, it's like your hand cramps like, oh, you know, your fingers usually go like funky like this, or your toes go, you know, crazy up like that. But it's like wanting to hold on to something, wanting to grab something, wanting to maintain something within your grasp, if you will. That's kind of a no-brainer there. But the feet are like feeling tied down, unsteady, or inability to follow in someone's footsteps, just as another reference as far as the feet. If the feet cramp, toes are trapped and restricted, just so you know. If the toes go ring, it's the muscles on the foot that are actually doing that. The toes just doing what it's told. And so if you have a self-evaluating conflict that says I'm less than, or I'm not as good as I could be because I feel powerless in a situation like we talked about before, where you feel powerless to change something or challenge something, that's another thread. And not being able to do or be something is another reference as far as the cramp goes. So again, you know, thigh, not feeling promoted, rewarded, not feeling recognized or appreciated, feeling powerless. You know, think about the hamstring cramps. So the calves are inability to keep up. So I'm just trying to give you a flavor as far as why they show up on that part of the body, because it'll give you a better context of how to apply it to your body and to your life. So like leg cramps are like not being able to flee, and arm cramps are like think about holding on or pushing back. It's like not being able to retain or expel. That's like the upper arm is like to hold on to or hold back. That's like the thread of the upper arm. So if you get a bicep cramp and the thing's all goofed up, and you're like, oh, okay, so it's either you can't expel something or hold on to something. So these are some helpful things. If you get muscle cramps, or if you know someone who does, send this to them, share it with them, because they're going to know. Like, oh my gosh, it's totally this. And then what happens? They get to take action on that area of their life And guess what will probably happen? Their muscle cramps will go away. It's phenomenal, like a lot of symptoms. So we just want to empower you to take the leap to improve your life. Listen to these, listen back to it if you need to, understanding your body, how it fits into your life. Again, these are broad strokes, so then you can paint them over your life and understand how it affects you and how the situation in your life, people in your life, relationships and stuff like that. So check out our website if you want to for more information. Holistic natural wellness plus holistic medical wellness. That's what we're here for. So we look forward to serving you, but we appreciate it. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys, have a good one.